You know, I've just been to the depths of hell. And you know what? Satan didn't have my money. Hello, this is Chris Manganelli, your trainer, co-owner and operator of the American Pit Fighting Academy here in Columbia, South Carolina. Now, as you saw, I went to hell. Somebody didn't have my money. So what did I do? I did what's called the Pimp Slap from hell. And that's how I got my money from Satan, and I'm gonna show you how you can get your money from Satan. All right? All right, now as you might remember in my previous video, or one of my previous videos I should say, there was the aggressive stance and the vulnerable non-aggressive stance, right? Well, for the Pimp Slap, it's the vulnerable non-aggressive stance, all right? The reason we would do that is already to have our hands in position and in place to deliver this devastating slap. Now, this slap is not at all unusual. Okay, in different martial arts arenas, it is practiced as an iron palm, a sticky palm, or a heavy palm. And it's also been popularized in mixed martial arts by the Diaz brothers as the Stockton Slap. So it's actually quite ubiquitous. It's just not mentioned that often. All right, onward. So I'm right here. My hands are up, okay? The most important thing about this is to relax and throw. Relax and throw, okay? It's not gonna work well if you're tight and you're trying to, all it's gonna do is deliver something to the surface. It's just gonna be a little surface slap. It's not gonna do much. You gotta relax. You gotta drop your body weight into it, okay? And the way it works is as follows, okay? From here, I come down and boom. Come down and boom. As you'll notice, the palm is wide open. It's relaxed, okay? And what makes this so efficient and so devastating is the distribution of energy, okay? As you might know with a punch, the energy is focused, right? So if a person tightens up, boom, 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 they can take a punch. But with this, it's different because it's so wide, it creates an explosion and it reverberates throughout the particular part of the anatomy that you're attacking. So from here, boom, boom, okay? So what's happening is I'm striking, I'm coming down, okay, with an open palm, I'm dropping the palm in there and the energy is dispersing, okay? And it can be done one of many ways, okay? You can come to the side of the face, right? Notice the footwork and the turn in the hip, okay? You could also go to the groin area. From here, boom, boom, boom. Open hand, groin area, okay? You could also go to the sternum, all right? This is more of a frame or a straightforward attack. You're right here, boom, okay? So notice again, when I'm going for the center, I'm stepping right off of the center line. I'm getting out of my own way, creating a path for this strike to make contact. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop my weight, and as I drop my weight, my hand's gonna come along with it. And remember, it's coming down from the shoulder. Shoulder's right behind it. Always aligned, just like with a punch. You know how a punch comes from the shoulder? Punch comes from the shoulder. So too is this coming down. Notice how I'm dropping my weight. Now the beauty of this is that essentially, if you weigh, let's say 150 to 200 pounds, well, most of that is coming behind you with this strike because from here, it's coming down into the target. Okay, so all you have to do is relax, okay? Relax, all right? Don't be, looking like some guy who's afraid of insects, right? No, it's not what it is. Right. Because that's the idea people have. Slap. No, 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 no. You have to relax and drop. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, notice how shoulder behind the hand, turn the hip, coming down. Boom. Okay? Boom, right? Now, the hand itself is relaxed, and when it comes down, boom. Boom.
It's kind of a whipping.
It's a whip, precisely. It's a whip. Okay? In fact, that's a very, very good analogy. When you flick a whip or whatever, it's the business end of the whip that is most dangerous. The guy holding it is dangerous too, but then when he delivers that whoosh, it's the business end of the whip. Well, this is your whip, and this right here is the business end. You're here, bam, okay, bam. All right, now, The beauty of this is if they're throwing with their right hand and you happen to block it, like you know, one of the last videos where you blocked and you countered, this can be one of the counters. You block and bam, here, bam, here, bam, okay? The other thing is this, when they're throwing that swing and you step in and drive off the center line, it actually opens them up, creating that surface area for you to actually attack, okay? So real quick, hands up. All right, now from here, wide swing, bam. Again, bam. All right, a little slower, boom. All right, notice how I stepped off. Look how your body's opening up, and here, bam. Okay, all that, you're gonna feel it here, it's gonna spread here, you're gonna feel it here. Right. Okay, you know, or I can boom, or I can boom, all right? So, real quick, from here.
So start with kind of the same foot.
All right, so yeah, same foot position. From here, what you want to do is step off the center line, okay? Because you're creating an opening. Once you step off the center line, it creates that opening for the hip to swivel. You're turning on the ball of your foot, and this comes down, okay? So you're starting a little higher. This comes down, boom. So from here, okay? Okay. Relax and let it go. All right, you're still a little tense there. Okay. You're like, ah, now just boom. Not bad again. Ah, you see? You hear that smack? Yep. Okay, just relax, just boom. All right? Pretend the hand is all limpy limp. All right. Good. Excellent work, excellent work. So now you're beginning to understand that, you know, you don't have to use a lot of energy. It's a very, very conservative technique because there's very little energy used, okay? Yeah. Typically when I've seen the Diaz brothers use it, they'll be right here, right, and they'll do that. They'll swing, bring it out, and in. Still employing the same type of technique, right? But in this case, they're coming around and boom, okay? Now, the beauty of this particular technique is that it does a couple things. A, it is efficient. B, it uses less energy. C, there's also the psychology of the fight. It's very, very, very demoralizing, okay? You can imagine that you're right there, and let's say, for instance, you're punching or whatever. If a dude takes a couple of punches, or a female takes a couple of punches, because I know you women fight too, it's okay. It's part of the game. You shake it off, you keep moving. But my goodness, if right off rip, you know, the person looks scared of you, but they slap the spit out your face, it's gonna be very hard to live down. It's very demoralizing, especially when you feel the effects of that, you might get knocked on your butt. So there are several layers to this technique that really, really, really make it effective. And basically, if someone does owe you money, best believe they're gonna pay you after this. Well, that was it. Thank you so much for tuning in.